Today, I want to talk about patience. Everybody knows about patience, and one should be patient. Everybody is familiar with this fact, and I will just uh, talk about this phenomena and why it is so useful in our society and especially at the workplace, especially if you are in the client centric organization where you interact with the clients on a daily basis, especially when you are in a complaint handling setup where most of the times clients are complaining and you have to pacify them, you have to understand their concern and resolve their questions or queries. So at that time patience becomes a virtue wise, I'm not sure, but it becomes a necessity. At that time it helps to resolve that particular situation. And I think in our society, what I have observed, as I have already explained this fact, that our society is defined by the absence of patience. Everybody is agitated and they are impatient to a large extent, and most of the people are suffering from this fact. And there is no denying from that, as per my observation. And now, talking about patience, so it is so important, so useful, because when one practice patience, at the same time you are also building your other capabilities as well, such as concentration and your listening abilities as well, which is paramount in everyday in everyday life, in social world. Listening ability is a very rare ability. It is so easy to think about that. It's just listening to someone, but it's difficult, and that is one of the major factors that distinguish between people who have progressed further in their careers, and and those who haven't developed this ability and kind of stagnate in a way at their particular profession. So there are other factors as well, as per my understanding, but patience is one of the variables which is of utmost importance. And absorbing this variable and practicing on it and utilizing it at the right time can generate a significant or life changing rewards. Very helpful. It can be extremely productive in interview session as well. When the interviewer is presenting you a question, then at that time listening abilities and patience are of significant importance. I can't uh, I can't tell you how much valuable it is, because its value is invaluable, and it is so important, so necessary, so useful, that it can change the course of one's life. And and one should practice this patience, and one can interact with patience. So sometimes in life, in order to develop certain virtues, in order to develop certain abilities or capacities, one usually or constantly thinks about that particular thing, and in that way constantly integrate into it in his or her personality or character. In that way it becomes a part of the person, and in that way it helps that person in growing. I think it is so important, so important. I can't I can't tell you how important it is, how useful it will be, and how beneficial it will be for you, your current life and your future life. It will entirely change the game that you are playing. It will help you massively. It will create a new image of you, and you will see the rewards in no time. But one needs to integrate this approach into one's personality. How one can do this, I'm not sure about that. That is a very personalized position, and it's a, every person has their own way, own style, and in by following their own styles and ways, they can, start integrating this into their approach, and then they can begin the journey of ultimate success. And what is success here? I believe the general definition applies here, because otherwise I might, destroy the whole point here. So that's it. I just wanted to talk about patience and how important it is, and everybody should have a little bit patience, and that will help our society to, get rid of this impatient why which is prevalent in our society these days.